Now, if you're someone who enjoyed the release of the first Outer Worlds game by Obsidian years ago, then friends, you are in for a treat with the Outer Worlds 2. This releases on October the 29th, 2025 on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Now, this is going to be on the Xbox Game Pass day one, but you can get 5 days early access for buying the premium edition, and this also comes with the DLCs that are going to be coming later on in the future. Huge thanks to Obsidian and Xbox for giving us a review copy. Y'all sit back, relax, and let's talk about why I love my time in the Outer Worlds 2. Now, this review is going to be spoiler-free, so we're not going to show you or talk about anything that we're not supposed to talk about because I want you to experience this story just as I have. And my Lanta, the story choices actually matter in this game because it is an RPG. Now, look, all reviews are subjective. I am someone who absolutely loved their time with the first game, The Outer Worlds, but this game, oh my Lanta, it does things so much better than the first one, and you don't have to have played the first one to play the Outer Worlds 2, but if you did play the main storyline and the DLCs, you are going to have some callbacks, at least in the radio. Now, you may be hearing the music in the background and you're wondering, Gassy, where did you get these tracks? It's like a 1940, 1950. You can definitely feel a bit of the fallout in this bit of music, and that's right, friends. This is part of the radio that you can hear inside of the game. Yes, you can listen to the radio and hear jingle, jangle, jingles all through the day. That's right. These radio stations will make little remarks to your story progression and choices that you have made, as well as give you some really good music to have in the background. Though I will say, turn the music down a little bit because it does kind of overpower the dialogue in certain scenarios. Now, you might be looking at the price tag and wondering, Gassy, is it really worth the $70 for the base game, the $100 for the premium, or whatever it is that you're paying for your Game Pass subscription? And the answer to me, friends, is yes, because to me, there is a lot of replayability in this game. It is an RPG, and the choices that you make are going to matter. Just in the intro, you can go one way, and the choice changes, or you can go another way, and the choice changes, and not to mention the fact that you have different specialties that you can choose, like you can be a gambler, you can be a professor, and so many more things that you can choose while creating your character. So I go by the old adage of every dollar spent equals at least 1 hour of enjoyable gameplay and game time. And I'm going to tell you what, the first Outer Worlds game, I beat that game in about 30 hours. And like I said, I'm at 25 hours and I'm nowhere near the end. And that 30 hours for the Outer Worlds 1 includes the DLC. So I can't wait to see how much time I spend in this little place called Arcadia. And y'all, I'm going to tell you what, I can see myself putting hundreds of hours into this game. Now, speaking of character creation, this is where you're going to choose your background on how you came to join the Protectorate, as well as what traits you're going to have and what skills you are going to specialize in. And then you can either make yourself look like a hero from a serial or the villain out of a serial. And now you can respec one time after the intro, but for me personally, I just choose not to respec in that and get on with the mission. Now, something that I really like about the Outer Worlds is the flaw system. You see, when the game notices either a pattern, a trend, or something like you taking a lot of damage from the first Outer Worlds from Raptidons, it would give you a flaw where maybe you do something a little bit good, but also you take some more damage from Raptidon attacks, or that you have a less perception. Now, in the second one, there are better flaws, there are more flaws, and there are some goofy flaws, like if you bought the premium edition of the game, when you first get done with the intro, there's a bit of a goofy little flaw that you have choice to. You may even notice that you just got up from your computer to go get a snack or a drink for 30 seconds, and you come back and you've got a flaw where it's called easily distracted. And my Lanta, the pros and cons for these flaws are so much better than the first game, and I can't wait to see how many flaws we can actually rack up on our character in a single playthrough, as well as go through and see the different flaws that the Outer Worlds 2 has. Now, this next section is something that you're going to be sitting here thinking, Gassy, why are you talking about the start menu? The start menu is not really a thing that we talk about in reviews, is it? It is. It is. It's going to be for me because when a company puts the time and effort into making me giggle or laugh or make the start menu something that I actually enjoy, I definitely want to talk about it. You see, Obsidian took the time to write lines and get them voiced. So the first time that you start the game up, you're going to have a little introduction, a little interaction with a certain character that you may or may not be familiar with. But when you start the game up later, like different times, you boot the game back up. Maybe you play on normal difficulty. Someone has something to say about that. Maybe you're playing on very hard difficulty and someone might have something to say about that. Or certain things happen in the game and they start talking about that in the start menu. So I love this start menu. I love the look of it. I love the interaction. And I just booted the game up to get some footage of just the music playing for this video. And the person on the screen goes, "Hey, enough about this start menu screen, right? Let's just get into the action." And I'm like, oh my God, this is actually a good start screen, and I can't believe that Obsidian took the time to think about this. But now let's get in here and talk about the gameplay mechanics and how does it feel to play The Outer Worlds 2, and it feels absolutely amazing. You see, you can play the game in first person if you'd like to. That is my preferred choice, but you can also play in third person. That's right, friends. Outer Worlds 2 has first person and third person, and it feels absolutely wonderful. Being able to slide into battle, being able to do double jumps once you unlock that ability. But I do want to warn you about the double jumping because you see, it is directional based, and if you, I play mouse and keyboard, so if you press, W, you will jump kind of forward, but that also goes to, pressing A to jump to the left, D to jump to the right, it does go that way. So if you're playing on controller or mouse and keyboard, just make sure that when you're jumping, you don't mess up like I did, because it doesn't stop you from dying when you hit the ground. It does not. Once you build up momentum and you're falling, nope, it's not going to save you. This is just going to help you traverse the map a little bit better. Now, if you played the first Outer Worlds game, you know that you were looking for those Tinkerer workbenches like a madman because of the simple fact that that's where you would do everything that you needed to do. But one of your companions from the start of the game does have access to craft things for you. So this is something that I'm very glad that Obsidian did, because it means that you can craft on the go when you're far, far away from one of those workbenches. But yes, this game is absolutely worth it to me. I've had so much fun playing this game, and like I said, I may be playing this game on very hard when I go to stream on YouTube and Twitch once this game comes out on the 24th, that I'm able to start a new character and go in, because I want a little bit more difficulty. Normal is definitely one that you're going to die on. Hard is one that you die a lot more on. And very hard. My Lanta, the intro screen was correct. You are basically going to be dying a lot, but it is part of one of the achievements to complete the game on very hard. So it's something that I'm thinking about. I haven't really made my mind up. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want me to be playing on very hard for streaming it and you just see a death counter up there on the top right of the screen? Or should I just enjoy my time in the first full playthrough of The Outer Worlds 2 on normal difficulty like the other side of my brain is thinking? Now, you might be wondering how the gunplay and the melee gameplay is in this game, and it feels absolutely wonderful. Whether you are wielding a knife, a hammer, a pistol, or anything alike, it is a lot of fun to slow down time, and you have throwables in this game. Whether you want to distract folks or you want to blow people up, or, normally when you play on a game, they throw a grenade at you and you gotta run. But in this one, if you can slow down time and have a quick reaction, you can shoot the grenade in the air when the enemy throws it at you. But maybe you want to have more of a controlled detonation when you throw a grenade at a set of enemies. Well, friends, you can slow down time and shoot your grenades as well. So it's one of those things that Obsidian has put a lot of thought and time into the gameplay, whether it be the story, the gunplay, the melee play. It's one of those things that I'm very excited for you to try out, because I've had so much fun getting in here, and whether it be a stealth maneuver or just going in guns a-blazing and then realizing that I should have been stealth the entire time, and Even the team at Obsidian said that you could technically do a passive gameplay where you technically don't kill anyone, but your companions might. But there are areas where you can go in guns a-blazing. Or they've added in little sections that if you look and pay attention, then you are absolutely going to be able to stealth your way through the game. Now, I can't wait to hear what you think about The Outer Worlds 2. Let me know down in the comment section below. Seriously, thank you so much to Obsidian and Xbox for giving us a review copy. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. Thank you so much to the channel members for the continued support. Y'all have a great, wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Peace. Love ya.